Ever wondered how to make your n8n workflows talk to the internet and fetch data from anywhere online? In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up the HTTP request node in n8n, the tool that lets your automation get data from any online service, whether it's fetching a job, weather updates, or stock prices. Stick around as we break it down step by step with an easy to follow example that you can start using right away. Let's dive in. Think of the HTTP request node as your workflow way of sending a message or question out to the internet and getting an answer back. It's like having your n8n workflow to be able to browse websites or call APIs. For example, imagine your workflow wants to get today's weather or a fun fact. The HTTP request can go out and ask a public API for that info and bring it back to n8n. In technical terms, this node lets you to make an HTTP request node to query data from any service with a REST API. Simply putting it, it's like your workflow's telephone to call other apps. It can get information or post information among other methods. This makes the HTTP request node one of the most versatile nodes in n8n. It can connect with almost any online services as long as you have a URL to call and the right permission or key. It's basically the internet connector for your automation. Let's set up an HTTP request node step by step and keep it easy. Drag an HTTP request node into your n8n workflow. Place it wherever you need, wherever your workflow to reach out to an external service. It could be at the start or somewhere in the middle, depending on your workflow design. In the node settings, you will see fields like method and URL. First, choose a method. Common methods are get, which is to retrieve a data, or post to send a data. For a simple example, select get. In the URL field, type the web address endpoint you want to call. This could be an API endpoint. For instance, for a fun example, you might use an API that returns a random cat fact. For example, this one. This is a public API that doesn't need any login and returns a random cat fact as a data. Many API requires an API key or some authentication. For our simple example, the cat fact API doesn't need any, so we can skip that. But generally, if an API needs a key, you would select an authentication method and provide your credential or token in this node setting. n8n supports various authentication types like basic auth, OAuth2, and other auths as well. But as a beginner, you can start with an open APIs or those with the simple keys. If you need to send query parameters like filters or headers, you can expand those sections. For example, some APIs might need a header like accept application JSON. In our case, we don't need an extra parameter for the basic get. Let's test it now. If you're in the editor, you can click the execute node while in the draft mode, and the HTTP request node will go fetch the data from the URL. In our example, it should return a piece of data, a cat fact in a JSON format. You will see the output on the node, which might look like a text or a JSON with a fact about cats. Once the HTTP request node has pulled in the data, you can connect its output to other nodes. For instance, maybe you want to send the cat fact in an email or save it to the Google Sheet. Just connect the corresponding node next and use the data from an HTTP request node's output in that next node. And that's how you set it up. In summary, you specify where to go, what to do, include any needed keys or parameters, and then let the nodes make the call. It's a bit like programming your own little web server inside your workflow. Let's try a simple and fun example to see the HTTP request node in action. You want to create a daily joke of the day automation. Every morning, your n8n workflow will fetch a random joke from an online service and then maybe send it to you or post it somewhere. We will start with a manual trigger here for the demo purpose. The next node is our HTTP request node. We set it to get data from a joke API, for example, this one. This service returns random jokes. We would need to set a header on this one to get JSON data. But let's say we handle that. The HTTP request node calls the joke API and gets back a joke in text form. Now the workflow has the joke in hand. Next, you could add an email node to email the joke to yourself, or Slack node to post the joke in the Slack channel or your friends to see. You would map the output from the HTTP node into the message of the email or Slack node. In case of the schedule trigger every day at 9 a.m. n8n triggers. The HTTP request node fetches a fresh joke and then you get that joke delivered automatically. It's like having a personal assistant who goes, "Hey, here's a joke for today," without any lifting a finger. This example shows how the HTTP request node can bring in data from the web. Again, like a joke, weather info, stock prices, anything, into your workflow. It's incredibly useful because it means your automations are not limited to built-in integrations. You can talk to any service that has an API, right? Now you have learned how the HTTP request node lets your n8n workflow reach out to the internet and work with external data. It's like giving your workflow a voice to ask questions and get answers from other apps and services. I hope you found this simple explanation helpful. If you did, please like it. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more beginner-friendly tech how-tos. And if you have any questions or want to share what you use the HTTP request node for, drop a comment below. I'm happy to help and love hearing your ideas. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.